to be the traditional way to go on SkyTable. SkyTable, I mean. Then I will need to keep my health topped up. Plus if I fall off a small drop I'll kick myself if I die that way. Let's get a few more of them, a few more of them. Right. So another 3 there. First thing we need is a bunch of them. I should probably make some sticks. Yeah. Actually, there may be a way to bypass a bit of the no energy conversions thing. If I put that in there, how much does it cost? 68. Okay, stop that. 32, 64, 65, 6, 7, 8. There we go, that saves a bit of redstone. So I've got 2 of them, and I need 1 of them. 1 of those, and 1 of those. And I think all I need is 3 more redstone, if memory serves. Come on, come on. Right, 3 of them like that. And I have it. So if I look up the old timer, I bet I've got everything. Come on, I pressed R. There we go. Can almost do this thing from memory now. Sorted. And I'll make a quick chest. You, come here. That doesn't help. Actually no, that's stupid, isn't it? Anyone remember what the ticking is on this? 0.6? Oh, it's not working anyway. Stupid me. Do I need to be looking down on it to get it at the right angle? There we go. Let's try it at 1 second intervals. Seems to be sometimes doing the job. Yeah, that'll do. It's not like I'm going to be going back to it every second, it's only 1 EMC, whereas these give me a lot more. Did I ever teach the tablet the button? I don't think I did. It probably is more efficient to wait for these to grow, but we're in no great rush, are we? Are we? See how much we got there, 1500 again. Be able to work my way towards my first diamond at this rate. How's this going? Oh, how'd you get everything? There's not much else in here I can get at the moment, I don't think. No high-end energy. Oh, glowstone. Ooh. If I get glowstone and a bunch of redstone, I can make the philosopher's stone, which will be useful. Yeah, I could just come back here every now and again for a stack of 64 or something. I know I put half of that in a second ago, but that doesn't matter, does it? Right, 1 of those and I can get myself gold. That wasn't there a second ago. Yeah, lovely stuff. Let's just plant another one for good luck. $32, are they? Okay. Right, now, traditionally at this point in the game, people build mob spawners. But what I've been doing is there's another way, thanks to one of the direwolf videos, that I've seen that's quite efficient. Problem is I need enough resources to be able to build the parts. So bear with me a second while I look them up. Yeah, I can do that. but I need to wait until I get the Philosopher's Stone for that, so I might well make a mob spawner first. Because I'm not sure everyone watching this video is familiar with the traditional mob spawners for this situation. What I might do quickly then, so yeah, that bugs sometimes in multiplayer. What I might do very quickly is set up a bunch of these farms as pumpkins. Because like I said, if I'm off doing a mob spawner, then these guys will take a while to grow and come up with some interesting stuff for us. How much are pumpkins? There's melons, pumpkins. I'm going to need some of the iron for this, aren't I? Yep. I'll do the back 2 rows. Now, because this is the IC2 crop stuff, if you punch them to death, you sometimes get seed bags, which you can learn in your crop analyzer and get some interesting information out of it and make higher level seeds, I believe, that grow quicker. I'm not certain on the whole concept of it. Did a bit of research on crossbreeding some things, but I don't think it came out too well. So I'll just stick with using these at the moment to speed up EC generation. There we go, that should be enough. While I'm here, I'll just harvest these. Oh my god, I've got loads of them now. I'll just harvest these guys again quickly. I feel like by now I should have a hut that I can stay in at night. Because if I'm going to be going away from these areas, you can't burn them, can't do anything of them. If I'm going to be going away from these areas, I'm going to have to worry about mobs spawning. Right, a couple of them. That's a good point. Why haven't I taught the table how to make chests yet? There we go. Yeah, we might as well expand that one, hadn't we? Leave all my valuables behind, but I will take those. Actually, I could use those. I will turn all of those into stone bricks because I like making everything out of stone bricks. I get constant complaints about it, but I think they're nice. How much does that give me? I'd like to say that would see me through, but this uses up quite a bit of brick. Right, what I'm also going to need, actually, now that I think about it, is some ladders. So, let's do that there. How do you make them again? It's this, isn't it? Yep. Teach that to it, and they are worth 14. So if I do that, I think the number I need is 28, although I'll have to check. Yeah, they need to be 28 high to drop far enough for the mobs to die if it's a mob spawner. Let's just grab a load more of this, I can stuff it all back in later. Might need some more torches as well, so I'll grab an iron full of torches. Right, that should suffice. Nothing else I need. Food. Pumpkins. Give food later on. Right, what I'm going to do then is I will build this. Yeah, let's build it over here. Back over the edge. Hope no one suffers from vertigo. Actually, I think I'm making this too wide. Oh no, it needs 3 by 3 in the middle, so that's fine. Let's go back a bit now. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, I'm going to fast forward a bit, because it's a long process. But I'll show you the basics as I get underway, and then what I'm doing at each section. It's a shame I don't know how to speed up videos yet, actually. What's that? 1, 2, 3. looks about right. Now, for those who aren't familiar with this design, it's a pretty standard design, but does the job very efficiently. It's basically a big chimney that mobs can fall down and injure themselves. So let's just get all of this cleared away. Right, and then I'll actually need the ladder here. Yeah, that's a little bit unnerving being that close to the edge. Oops. I think everywhere's torched up. I don't want to come down to an army of creepers. Right, let's get to climbing. See, having 28 of these is a good indicator of how high you need to go anyway, so that makes things easier. Right, I'm going to build this until it's 28 high, so see you chaps shortly. Okay, so that's the height of the chimney done. Long way down there. Right, so the next thing we want to do is this bit. Each of the branches, so to speak, of the waterway. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because water only flows 8 before it's if you put it less than 8 it will go over the edge. If you put it more than 8 it won't reach the edge, basically. So if you want mobs to drop into here and float over the edge, that's what you're going to do. There we go. The theory behind this is you have these areas like this, and on the left and the right we're going to have large closed off rooms that are very dark, as in pitch black, so that mobs will spawn in them, and these go out these ways and have walls around them. We'll have a roof over it so that sunlight doesn't kill them and they can spawn during the day, and we'll have that roof covered in torches. I'll just torch this up at the moment to avoid mobs spawning. You have a roof covered in torches so that the mobs don't spawn on the roof, but only spawn in the actual area you want them to. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then you'll have each of those 4 areas of mobs spawning. Mobs will drop down into the water, and they'll stay in the water because they can't get back up 2 squares high because they're stupid. Shouldn't have gone in the water in the first place, but still. And then that water will gently but surely push them down this chimney. There's light at the bottom of the chimney because you don't want them spawning down there, because then they won't fall and hurt themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do the 9th one to remember. Yes, I do get nervous going out over the edge every time. So yeah, mobs should fall down and they should kill themselves horribly from the drop. This is not an XP spawner, an XP grinder or a mob grinder or anything like that. It's purely for the drops, so we're not going to be killing them off ourselves by hand to gain XP. We're literally going to have an automated system that will drop all their loot when they die and gather it all into chests and such. Which is not too difficult. That's the wrong place, isn't it? Oh, that's alright, I can just carry on from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the 9th there. And once this gets going, you get a large income for EMC, assuming there is no one else on the server. Because on multiplayer it splits the amount of mob spawns over the entire population. So if you've got a dozen people online, each person is not going to see many mobs, which makes things a little less fun. But at the moment we're nice and empty, so it won't be too bad. You know what, I'm going to make life easier for myself, seeing as we're multiplayer. Spawner, So I'm going to go home, down here. It's cheeky, I know, but, you know, saves a lot of time. Going to harvest this, turn it into stone, and teleport back up there. You know what, my health is on 0, but none of these are grown yet. Ow. Right. Do I have anything I can eat? Yeah, what I should have done actually, I should have got some wheat handy. You can eat mushrooms actually, can't you? Make them into a stew or something. Let me just look that up a sec. Oh, well that's strange. I actually starved to death, which is not good. Let's get rid of that mocking waypoint. But yes, you can make them into... all my items are here. Into stew. I've just not really made them before, so... I was not aware, but that's not an issue now that I've died horribly. What's going on here? Oh, I remember. It's a graphical glitch. When you're going between worlds, they are actually still there. You just can't see them. Right, I'm going to grab a crap load more stone bricks. There we go. And I'm going to go back up and finish those branches off. You'll see in a second. Right, there we go. That's the whole top area covered. Now all we need to do is add some walls and a ceiling. Now what we do is we make this room a rather cramped 2 blocks high. And then add the roof on top of that. The reason we do that and not any higher is because every mob except for Enderman can basically spawn in a room that's 2 blocks high, but Enderman can't because they're obviously taller. This means we don't have to worry about them pulling our spawners to pieces, because they're damn annoying like that. I reckon they just like breaking things. They're griefers, aren't they? Notch actually made a griefer mob because the problems on the servers weren't enough. There had to be single player griefers too. Never understand it. Prefer the angels from the angel mod. If you get 1 or 2 of them per map, per 1k by 1k maybe, those would be fun. So yeah, you're not going to want to watch me do all of this as well, so back in a minute. Yay, and the ceiling is done. Right, one last thing to do. What we need now is 8 water. So let's just quickly exchange those, /pack. This will also help us clear out the torches. Is it working? Yes it is. Good, good. Everything is planned properly. Oh, but I can't get my head over there. Come on, against the tide. Why didn't I think of that beforehand? Right, so all of this is done. Right, now all we need to do is remove all the torches. And hope to God we can get out of here quick enough, so we don't get mauled by anything. Oops. Forgot to close in the roof, that's clever. Okay. Now let's hide on down here. Has any of my stuff dropped? Yes it has. Drop. Thank you. Oops. And already they're dropping like flies. Oh, all of these are ready. Fantastic. You'll see just how much we get from all of these guys in a second. It looks like a few of these things have broken, that's not good. Right, so 2 rows of these chaps give me have one. Yeah, 2 rows of these chaps give me enough, almost, for 2 gold. Not bad at all. So as you can hear, lots and lots of fun stuff is dropping and dying in here. And we can't actually get to any of it. Problem is spiders are a real pain in the neck here because they drop down and they don't die because they can hold onto the walls on the way down or something. Let's just fill up the rest of these a sec. But what we need now is a transposer, because every time that ticks, it can actually gain... Yeah, it can actually gain power so that it takes items from around it. I believe a transposer uses a piston actually, so that's quite handy. Let's look it up. Ooh, what have I done? Transposer. Recipe. So we need 1 piston, 1 redstone. That's going to be easy enough to get, isn't it? Or not, because I haven't got any of that left. Alright, what else does it need? I've forgotten. 5 cobble, 2 wood. And we got 2 wood, we need 5 cobble. And we need redstone. There we go. Okay, we have ourselves a transposer. Oh, now the trick is to actually get it in there. Oh, you can make a whatchamacallit, screwdriver to do that. I keep forgetting about that tool. I always end up jumping up in there and getting myself injured. So if I put this here, facing directly upwards. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to borrow this because it's not like we need cobble anymore. Now that we've got this thing running, I'm going to dump it. That's not going to be any use. Ah, there we go. Yeah, get loads of stuff from that now. See how much we've gained so far. This is discluding all that lovely gunpowder there as well. We've gained a diamond's worth already in those few minutes. Right, now gunpowder can't really be used for much other than glowstone. Although, excellent, that's good actually because 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. Yeah, right, I'll put that there. I can finally get myself a philosopher's stone. There we go, beautiful. Which means, let's charge it up. Let's get some lovely grass. That's not grass, that's grass. Which also means 1 piece of bone meal. And we can get ourselves seeds, bread seeds, so I can have some food. Yeah, let's replace this. Flowers for dye later on. Or anything I may fancy. Ah, there we go, that's what I wanted. Flux seeds. Flax seeds, get it right. Right, so we've got a red flower, a yellow flower. Flax. Seeds. Yellow dye. Red dye. Red, yellow, yep. Now repeat after me. Red lorry, yellow lorry. You know what we need there? Temporarily, a chest. I actually need those dyes at the moment. Right, later on all of this will be piped nice and neatly to... Of course I can't actually open it to see what's in it now. Genius move, wasn't it? Ignore that. Okay, best way, obsidian piping, no red power tubes, no. You know what, I'll just leave it all bunching up on the floor at the moment. Because I get quite a lot out of it. That spider comes in. Oh, that's a glitch, isn't it? Yeah, the main problem that was being had on the other versions of this is a large amount of spiders that got stuck in there because they obviously dropped the spawn rates, which is not what you want. But you can go in there and kill them regularly if that's what you want to do. What is... But yeah, I'm not too fussed about the spiders in there because this isn't going to last long, this monster spawner, because I need to make something else. The first thing I need to do that is clay. Actually, you know what? I only need to smelt one of them, don't I? I keep forgetting that. Smelt one, convert the rest. And we have a brick. Learn that. Turn all of them into bricks. Job done. And we have 6 brick blocks, which are 256, so they're 1 iron each. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can make red power furnaces. Alloy furnaces. Now at this point, because of the amount of stuff we've got coming in there, this is pretty much redundant, so I'll probably pull that down in a minute. Just to make room. What was I going to make in here? Oh yes, I need copper and tin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, different types of tin. 7, 8. And then a crap load of copper. Maybe not that crap load. What are we looking at here? 24? I want 6 of those, but I'll only use 1. Stick that in there. Forgot I had all of these in here. Stupid me. Don't worry, there'll be a proper piping system for all of this shortly. The longer I sit there, the longer I'll wait. I'll leave a load of copper on me. Right, glass. Glass is necessary at this point. I do not have any glass. Oh yeah, because you can't get that until you do this. Marvellous. Teach sand. That's a lot of brass. Actually, one thing some people would be interested in is later on, if you want a macerator, there's a way to get gravel. Now you get 4 sand, turn them into sandstone. Dump it down, there you go. Nice and easy. Teach that to it. If you want, you can now punch that enough times to get a thingamybob out of it, but I can't be bothered myself because I don't need a macerator just yet. I need glass. That's what I needed. Learn that, and now I can turn those into it. Pneumatic tubes, yay.